joined today by Michigan personal injury attorney Dodd Fisher, who has helped hundreds of people who have been injured receive compensation for their injuries. Mr. Fisher, thank you so much for joining us today.
It's a pleasure.
In this segment, we're going to ask you a few questions about dog bite laws in Michigan. Michigan laws say that dog bite injuries are covered by strict liability. Can you explain what that means?
Well, if you're a dog owner and your dog bites an individual, then there is a statute known as strict common law, or a statute for strict liability, correct?
Okay. Now, does it matter if the dog was on or off the owner's property when the bite took place?
No. If somebody is with a dog, it's their dog, they're the owner, that dog bites another individual, they would be, regardless if it's on their house or on somebody else's property, would be responsible for the injury to the other individual.
What if the owner of the dog can prove that the person who was bitten was actually provoking the dog?
Well, there are defenses, and that's why you want to call our office. So depending on the circumstances of the biting by the dog, was it provoked, not provoked? The circumstances, though, did the dog have a tendency? Did the owner give notice or warn that the dog might have a tendency? So there's a lot of facts and factors that are at play in determining liability.
Okay. Is the owner of a dog responsible if the dog bites and injures someone who wasn't invited to be on their property, like a salesman or a trespasser?
Well, if a dog owner has a dog known to be dangerous and doesn't take proper precautions to control the dog still may be responsible. There's always if it's a child, may be responsible for the child even if the child's on their property. And if the property, postal worker, for instance, is on the property lawfully, so it depends on the facts.
Okay. Is there a limit on the length of time that a person has been bitten by a dog that can sue under Michigan law?
Under Michigan law, you have what they call a statute of limitations or time limit to which you can sue a responsible party, and that would be 3 years from the time of the dog bite, for which you can file a lawsuit, and then after the 3 years you would not be entitled to be given any compensation because the claim would be barred.
Okay. In some cases, I've heard that a dog has been euthanized after biting someone. Does the law require that that bitten dog be put down?
Depends on the agency, the investigation, and often animal control. If there is a dog bite and it's a pretty severe injury, would be involved, and there would be an investigation. And if the dog had a prior bite, and it's a possibility, very strong possibility, that the dog could be euthanized.
Mr. Fisher, are injuries caused by a dog bite covered by most homeowners insurance?
Well, yes, most dog bite occurrences are covered by a person's homeowner's insurance. There are some exceptions, though. There are some dogs that do have a vicious propensity for which some insurance companies have actually limited or excluded certain types of dogs from the policy.
So if the injuries are covered by homeowners insurance, does the person who was bitten really need an attorney?
Absolutely. Again, because the facts or the factors I've talked about, but if you have an injury, it's important to know the facts, where it occurred, off the owner's property, like we talked about before, type of injuries, the extent of treatment, type of medical care you're getting. All kinds of things are at play in determining how much is a fair compensation for an injury that results from a dog bite.
It sounds like the best way to ensure that someone receives the compensation they deserve for a dog bite injury is to talk to an experienced lawyer like you. Is there anything important that we've missed here that you'd like to say to our viewers who've experienced a dog bite?
Well, first and foremost, when someone has a dog bite, they get proper medical treatment. Go to a doctor, go to a hospital to get proper care. It's very important, though, to have, to support your claim, to have pictures, so evidence, things like that. If there's witnesses available, get their names and numbers down, take pictures of the injury, and go to the doctor and get proper care, and then call our office or somebody that can help you. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mr. Fisher.
Thank you.